Spooky story time. A follower named Carlos sent me the story and we're going to call it La Llorona. Carlos says that him and his family traveled to Michoacan, Mexico to go visit his grandparents. And at his grandparents' house lived his Uncle Miguel and his 2 cousins. And he says that every single time that he would get there, his cousins would immediately get ready to go play. They'd go down the street to the tiendita, which is a little store, and they would go buy snacks and just have a blast. It was about 6 or 7 p.m. and he says that the sun was starting to set. And him and his cousins were like, let's go for a walk. So him and his cousins are walking down the road, and about half a mile away is a small little rio, and that's where all the kids would play. In the summer, they just swim. It's like a little river. So he says that it was summer, and this specific day was extremely hot, and him and his cousins decided to jump in. The sun has definitely gone down, and it's dark now. Not fully dark, but dark enough. And he says that out of nowhere, this like wind was just starting to come, and they were like, what is going on? It's hot as hell. Like, and with the wind, they start hearing a sort of cry. Then they start talking about La Llorona, and they just did it to scare themselves, to scare each other. They were not thinking anything of it, but literally far down the river, you can see some sort of thing, person, woman wearing a dress, but walking across the river, not going long ways, like, you know. And they are literally shocked. They're like, and a lot of people have mentioned that she's wearing a white dress, and he said no, this was a dark, dirty, muddy looking dress. Like it was not, he knew that it didn't look white anymore. As they see her, they're literally stunned, and they run. They book it. They are out of there. They are running, going back to the grandma's house. They get in there, and they're like, Ama, Apa, vi La Llorona. Mom and Dad, I saw La Llorona. And they're like, no empiecen. Like, don't start. Y'all are making shit up. And of course, they didn't have a choice but to ignore it. But that night, they were all sleeping in the same room on the floor, and they start conversating, and they're like, hey, what do you think we saw? Do you think that was real? Do you think something or somebody was trying to scare us? It's Mexico. They don't have central AC, so they had the windows open and everything. And as they're talking, they can feel like a heavy wind starting to come in again. And they are like, kind of like, this is exactly what happened earlier. So they kind of sit up, and they're looking out the window like they didn't see anything, but they started hearing the same cry, the same wail, along with the wind that they heard at that river when they saw La Llorona. Hell no. This is the one thing that I have not seen. I've never seen or heard La Llorona, and honestly, she scares the shit out of me. I'm scared. But what do you guys think? Thank you so much to Carlos for sending me this spooky story. If you guys have any other stories that you'd like for me to read, please send them via DM or email, and I'd love to read them. And I will see you guys in the next spooky story. Bye!